Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to the Rise of the Golden Idol, the Lemurian Phoenix DLC. Last time, we learned about Ori's plan to determine who the true First Sentinel will be, which involves burning down Koi's temple and seeing which one of them makes it out alive. And from the look of this, it looks like this scenario is going to show us how that went. Blaze of glory. A victor rises from the ashes. So one of them is going to survive. One of them is going to survive. That much we know. It looks like it was quite a devastating fire. Everyone is worshipping at the foot of the temple. This looks interesting. Let's start here. That man looks familiar. He looks like someone we saw in the very first scenario, right? I don't remember exactly who he is, but he's part of the political sphere of the king. Hang on, Many. That was his name, right? I'm still struggling to keep up with the victory speech, and before that started I didn't have time to finish the minutes. My fingers are going to fall off at this rate. Government badge, so yes, these guys belong to the government. Please bear with me. I'm still not entirely sure what just happened, but I'll do my best to recount everything. This morning, as I prayed in the study, I entered a deep trance, and lost all sense of time and space. When my consciousness returned to this earthly plane, I found myself surrounded by fire and smoke, yet I felt no pain. Instead, I heard the voice of our beloved waterfall. It said, "Fear not, child of the universe, for this is your destiny." This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, not finished. The master of ceremonies called the trial to order. Zero Legstoy and Nolly Zarati searched the participants, shackled them together inside the prayer hall, and returned the keys to the master of ceremonies. Okay. Kwanzaa Rafeli, who is, I believe... No, not the woman from last time. She's the mother of the twins. And Tessa Navari ensured all exits were locked, as well as blocked by at least one follower from each camp. The king's soldiers also assumed their positions. Anya Tranta and Fez Rolaki handed out Molotov cocktails to all followers from both camps, and saw that they were thrown through every window in unison. The fire was allowed to rage for several hours until it finally died down by itself. Victor declared as unfinished. Okay. Scribe, take down this message discreetly, and have it delivered to King Lutri at once. Your Highness, I regret to inform you that today's trial has not gone to plan. Our insider could not be found this morning, but we saw no way to halt proceedings without arousing suspicion. Now the trial has ended. The spectators have accepted their new sole First Sentinel. Okay, so it sounds like Many and the king wanted to stop this. They had an insider who is supposed to sabotage it. Strictly confidential. Advisory report, trial by ordeal. The Royal Council has reviewed First Sentinel Ori Nagasai's challenge to his brother Koi. Several council members initially raised concerns about the possibility of Ori becoming the sole First Sentinel should Koi perish. Why would that be a problem? Ori seems better. Without Koi's limiting influence, they argued, Ori's unpredictable nature could render him difficult to control. I would say that Koi is much more unpredictable, with his penchant for murder and all that. As First Sentinels are among the few afforded this privilege of holding private counsel with His Majesty, maintaining stability in this role is paramount. The favored party was contacted discreetly to confirm that he had a plan to ensure his survival. His plan satisfies our conditions, and his accomplice has passed over clearance checks. We have provided the spare for handover. Okay, let me look at that paragraph again. The favored party, Koi, he had a plan to ensure his survival. His accomplice, is that our insider? and a spare insider. Therefore, His Majesty King Luchi Manzek has authorized a trial by ordeal. Something interesting is that I believe that the very first scenario, the assassination of the king, comes after all the rest of these. So, whoever survives this is the one who killed the king, King Lutri. Copy of Brothers' correspondence provided by Koi, strictly confidential. Koi, you were always a few rungs short of a full ladder. Why on earth would I accept such a challenge? Get stuffed. Ori, so you admit you could not possibly win. Then you should renounce your title. Or have you no shame whatsoever? Koi, I've changed my mind. I now realize there is no chance of me losing, so why shouldn't I take this opportunity to double my following? Before long, I'll be living better than ever, off your dedicants' donations. What a pity you won't be around to see it. Ori, that settles it. My dedicants and I will show up at your temple on the date given to me by the waterfall. You will receive no advance notice. I don't want you preparing any of your tricks. Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place until I inform them on the day itself. Koi, so dramatic. Fine, I'll be here ready and waiting. Okay, so now we know the government's interest in this. How can this be? We cannot deny the Blessed Waterfall's choice. It is truly a miracle. 2 small keys, a government badge. Alright. This one has an awful lot of reading. Man, I need some tea. First Sentinel Ori Nagasai has challenged his brother, First Sentinel Koi Nagasai, to a trial by ordeal. Koi has accepted the challenge. Both men will be locked inside Koi's temple, shackled to one another at the hands and feet. The building will be set ablaze by their dedicants, who will guard all possible exits, alongside soldiers from King Luchi Manzek's royal army. The Blessed Waterfall will surely protect he who is worthy of his position, leaving he who is undeserving to perish. Prior to today's trial, Ori and Koi Nagasai chose their respective overseers as follows. Restraint, 0 Legstoy, Koi Jamadi Pira, Exitway Kwanzaa Rafeli, Koi Tessa Navari, Ignition, Anya Tranja and Fezralaki. Restraint overseers to secure shackles. Okay, so these two. Exitway overseers to ensure all exits blocked. And ignition overseers to start fire. Why do they need specific guys for this when everyone is throwing Molotovs? Fire extinguishers. Okay. This experience, okay, this is whoever won. This experience has given me a whole new perspective on life. As such, my first act will be to put an end to donations and punishment. After that, I would like to live out the rest of my days in solitude, though I will always be with you in spirit. A small key. Okay. So from... This honestly could be either of them just from this. I was going to say donations. Donations, that must be Koi. But punishment. Punishment was more Ori's thing. Punishing sinners. So this could be either of them. Although the fact that he has one of the king's keys, it has a crown on it, and one of the same keys that this guy was holding, makes me think that it could be their favorite Koi. But we don't really know that yet. Here's Tessa. To think, they nearly left you in there. You're coming with me. This idol that doesn't work. Okay. Waterfall proclamations. Okay, these are the same ones from when Pravi was around. We can't look at this one. Alright. More spots. That's someone dead and crushed by rubble. Someone who tried to open this door. So one of them definitely did die. Although this could be the... This could be like a decoy that someone sent? I don't know. Alright, there's a bunker down here. A charred belt. Spiritual and elegant. First Sentinel Koinagasai says, asceticism shouldn't be austere. Asceticism. That's a hard word for me. 1. The famous symbol of koi. 2. A palladium necklace. Palladium jewelry is more expensive than platinum because it is harder to make. 3. Hand-woven mantle decorated with traditional Lemurian pattern. 4. Black pearl necklace once belonged to Lankan Raja family. 5. Silk garment was custom made sorry, in Louise Bernard Fashion House. 6. 7-headed serpent tattoo circling palm and back of right hand. Donate to Koi's charitable foundation and get one as sign of your generosity. Okay, so on the right hand of someone who belonged to Koi's temple, there would be one of these tattoos, and I don't think I saw them on the person who was crushed. Did I see one on the person who survived? 7. Model 40823 Platinum Watch from Brot Simon's latest collection. Okay. Man, we're still missing a few spots. I don't see... We can't see any tattoos here, or whether or not there are tattoos. It doesn't look like there's a tattoo on either side of this hand, on either one of these hands. Damn, I'm missing spots again. Maybe we need to come up with events first. Ori Nagasai challenge Koinagasai to a trial by fire. I don't think I have enough information for this. I need more spots. There's nowhere pointing anywhere else. Fire looked like it could be a spot, but no. I don't see any question marks. Or anywhere pointing anywhere. How am I missing 15 spots? What could I not have clicked on? Everything here. Everything here. Everything here. Well, we know that Koinagasai accepted. Thinking he could win if he... Something is something from something. But before proceedings began, someone something to something, and then something it with a something. I think this is talking about the bunker. Someone entered the bunker and then locked it with a belt, maybe? I don't know who, though. Someone entered the bunker and then locked it with a belt. If he stole a key from someone, unlocked his shackles with it, and then entered a bunker. Who would he have stolen a key from? This guy from the government? He could have stolen it from... no. None of these people would have had the key. Restrain overseers to secure shackles, so either Zero or Jamadi. I'm gonna guess Jamadi Pira. It sounds like only Ori survived. Because from how this is listed, it sounds like how it's laid out. It sounds like Koi's plan was thwarted. So I'm guessing that Ori survived. I don't know who would have entered the bunker, though. Whose belt is this? Where are my spots? There's the forklift in the secret room. This must be the secret room, this area, with the bunker and the forklift. That's a funny little detail. I'm clicking around everywhere, but I don't see any spots I've missed. Could it have been Tessa who went to get the idol and entered the bunker? Nope. Okay. A lot of stuff is wrong here. And I know I need more spots. This is really frustrating. Who would have had a belt? I don't know. Plan to ensure his survival. His accomplice. Who would his accomplice be? Probably Jamadi. I'm pretty sure I cannot do this without the spots. Koi Nagasai accepted, thinking he could win if he stole a key from... Who could he have stolen a key from? Besides this guy. And am I being dumb by assuming that these keys... that the keys with the king's symbol on them must be the ones that unlock the shackles? Huh. Hold on, did it say something about... This is the only thing that mentions clothes. But it doesn't mention anything about a belt. Okay. Annoying. What could the belt have been used for if not to lock this door? Huh. Last time I couldn't find spots, they ended up being really obvious, if just a little bit hidden. Oh, here? No. No, that was just this again. Is it actually going to make me pixel hunt? Like it never has in any of these games before? Okay, maybe I need to look here. Zero Legstoi and Nali Zarati. Shackle them together. So these two are different. These two are different than the people who were said to be restraining them. Jamadi Pira is not the person who locked them up. Zero Legstoi and Nali Zarati. Okay, I need to start this all over again. This inconsistency is throwing me. Nali Zarati instead of Jamadi Pira. Are there any other inconsistencies there? That's right. Kwanzaa and Tessa. That sounds right. Yeah. So it's just... Okay. So the thing that we know for sure is that Ori challenged Koi. We know that pretty clearly. So if Koi was challenged, then Koi would be the one who accepted. So he has a plan to win, probably involving his bunker. It probably would not be stole, it would probably be received. Received a key from somebody. Unlocked his shackles with it. And then entered a bunker. He probably didn't steal the key, he probably received it. He would have gotten it from Jamadi, I'm pretty sure. But Jamadi was not around. Who would have gone into the bunker? Who would have been wearing this belt? Someone entered the bunker and locked it with a belt. Okay. And thus only Ori survived. Two or fewer incorrect. Okay, so I fixed something. I fixed something. Who would have entered the bunker? Maybe Tessa? Okay. Hold on. It's not Koi who survived, is it? No. Okay, that's correct. This is wrong. I need to figure out which two things are wrong. These two things are right. Received is correct. Key is correct. Jamadi is correct. Unlocked is correct. Shackles is correct. Entered is correct. Bunker is correct. Tessa is wrong. So it seems that Koi is the one who survived. Or a third person entered the bunker and locked it with a belt. And as a result, only that person survived. It wasn't Koi and it wasn't Ori. That's weird. It was Jamadi. Jamadi entered the bunker and locked it with a belt. I figured it must be Jamadi because he was mysteriously missing. He was mysteriously missing from the proceedings, so I see. Koi didn't even get to unlock his shackles either. They look pretty locked to me. So, yeah, Jamadi Pira, the hyper-loyal person who Koi could trust with anything, he was the one who... What did he say in this one? What was he saying? He was saying, once this is done, I can finally rest. Okay, so maybe not so... maybe not... Maybe not so, conniving then. But still, he was the slippery snake. Okay, here we see Jamadi digging. Koi really has a sick mind, choosing this of all places. Although I suppose no one will ever disturb the sacred ground here. Hang on a second. Okay, so this is him... What does he see in his glasses? Alright, so this is him burying, the scribe. Whose name I forget. He sees something glowing in his glasses. So he did... That's right, he did steal the diary. He did learn that Koi killed his father. You'll need this when you get there. Dispose of this note once you're done. JP has permission to leave the compound walls until 11. Okay, so this is the same day as what happened before. First Sentinels only. This must be... These numbers must be the code. These must be numbers. More Lemurian language. We're learning their number system now. Let's see. Does this make sense? 1, 5, 9, 4. I'll figure it out more as it comes. Miracle at the waterfall. Suddenly, fire rages through the temple. Will Pravi survive? But then, a mighty wind howls from the east. The blessed waterfall is redirected. A miracle. Pravi is saved. The prophecy is fulfilled. The first sentinel is reborn. Could this really have been the result of a miracle wind, like they say? Something about the footage seems off. So these are the two magicians who questioned the miracle and were beheaded for it. A ticket stub, a few coins. To honor the death of the first Sentinel Pravi Nagasai, the classic Miracle at the Waterfall will soon be shown all week at the Lagoon Theater. Witness the first miracle ever to be captured on film. Real footage of the divine moment that gave rise to the first true Sentinel. An ancient prophecy fulfilled. After the inferno, only one shall rise, bearing the mark of the universe. Maybe it was. What else could explain the water's trajectory? If only we had a better viewing angle. A pack of playing cards. Hello, darling. Thank you for those wonderful photographs. What a handsome young man my grandson has become. How lucky he is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Sastai. Give my love to the family, Daddy. How dare they doubt the blessed waterfall? And in public. As soon as this ends, I'm reporting them to the King Lutri's purity guards. Purity guards? Gross. Okay, so these two were just watching a movie. They didn't make a public statement or anything. They just watched a movie, had some pretty understandable doubts about whether it was real footage or whether it was doctored in some way. They were just having a private conversation, and this guy, whoever he is, was like, no. Order these events chronologically. Lutri's murder, Pravi's murder, Koi's miracle, Ori's revelation, trial by fire, Gresto's burial, cinema screening. Okay. The trial by fire must be towards the end. Oh man, this is gonna be tricky. Hold on. This was after Pravi's death. Lutri's murder must have been like the last thing to happen. Pravi's murder must have been the first. And then the cinema screening. These happen right one after the other. And then Ori's revelation. Okay. Not too hard to figure out, just based on things I intuited from the game as it happened. Someone knew when to hide in the bunker because someone told him the trial date. Motivated by something, his final goal, which he achieved, was to something. So, who are we? Jamadi knew when to hide in the bunker because someone told someone the trial date. Someone told the government the trial date. Where was the thing about someone not being allowed to be told the trial date until day of? That's just that written out. Who is their accomplice, I wonder? I'm missing it. One of these guys has it, and I'm missing it. About the government not being told. Even the palace will not know when the trial is to take place until I inform them on the day itself. You will receive no advance notice. Okay. So Ori must have told somebody, right? Jamadi Pira knew when to hide in the bunker because... Oh, did the waterfall... Did the waterfall tell Ori the trial date? Hold on. Let's look here again. These are just... Okay, these are just the glowing mushrooms. They don't really tell us anything. Maybe he found something written down here. Maybe the waterfall told Ori the trial date. Motivated by something, his final goal, which he achieved, was to kill somebody. Could he have been these guys' son? She has a letter here that says how lucky he is to have inherited such a strong set of features from you and Shastai. So... he must have... I'm trying to see what features does he have with his parents, if he has any. Are those his mother's eyes? No. He has the mother's nose. He doesn't really have either of their eyes, maybe his mother's. Does he have like a butt chin? He does have a butt chin. Could have gotten that from his father. I don't know. The narrative intuition tells me that these are his parents and that he's taking revenge. He does seem to have his father's jawline too. It's hard when I can't see them right next to each other. And the freckles. Did either of them have freckles? No. They don't really seem like they're his parents. How are we supposed to know who this is? That can't be Jamadi, can it? I don't know. Just based on how stories work, I think it makes sense that he's the magician's son. So his final goal would have been to kill the king, right? Yeah? Motivated by revenge? 2 or fewer incorrect. Okay. Ori told the waterfall the trial date? No. Okay. So... Okay. So only... Hold on, I'm trying to remember how this works, like... Oh, right, I need to... Okay. Okay, so Jamadi is right here. That's how I do it. I replace something that I'm confident in if there's only one incorrect, and then I use this to determine... Yes. Alright. Someone told Ori Nagasai the trial date. It wasn't the waterfall. Someone told Ori the trial date. The prophecy? No. What could he have gotten the date from? Nothing here. Who could have told him? Koi? No, that doesn't make any sense. The golden idol? No, we know that the golden idol here is not real. The first sentinel? No. The first sentinel is both of them. Not the diaries. Not the waterfall. Oh, this is still wrong. I need to make this right again. It's not the waterfall. Could it be the prophecy? No. Could it be Koi's diaries? No. Pravi? No. Tessa? No. The monument? No. We know that this is correct. What would have told him the trial date? I'm so confused. I'm just gonna put everything in here. I'm gonna brute force this. Oh! Jamadi Pira knew when to hide in the bunker because Jamadi Pira told Ori Nagasai the trial date? What the hell does that even mean? I don't know how I would have figured that out. I don't even know what the trial date was. Jamadi Pira wanted to kill Lutri Manzek, Koi, and Ori together because together they had ordered that his parents be executed, and their names were Shastai and Darling. Okay. We're gonna have to go back out here for this. Donizi. Donizi Akai. They have the same last name. Okay. Jamadi Pira was able to access the waterfall because Koi gave him the code so that Gresto's body could be buried there. Later, Jamadi Pira returned and spoke to hold on. Oh, was he seeing this little place by the waterfall? Is this what he was seeing? This little place where he could stand? He spoke to Ori from behind the waterfall. Okay, so is the implication that every time anybody got any orders from the waterfall, there was always someone standing behind here? Weird. I don't know. From most of what is being shown through this game, it seems like the waterfall is legit. Doesn't it? Like, sometimes the Sentinels lie about what the waterfall tells them because, I don't know, Koi is greedy and wants to be able to get money from his dedicants. But I don't know, the waterfall knew. Hold on. Hold on. The waterfall did know that Koi killed Pravi. But you know who else knew that Koi killed Pravi? Jamadi. This didn't really have a date attached to it, but I don't know. It's clear that Jamadi knew how to speak from the waterfall, so okay. So Jamadi was the waterfall, at least in this instance. In all other instances, it was probably just cult leaders lying about being spoken to. I was trusting that waterfall because it knew privileged information, but that was privileged information that Jamadi had. Before the trial began, Jamadi Pira locked himself inside the bunker, leaving the Nagasais to die. Koi and Ori to die. This led to Jamadi Pira being appointed First Sentinel, giving him access to the king. Yes! Alright. I can't believe this. I can't believe this DLC actually had me believing in supernatural things and had me doubting the folly of man. When that's always what's to blame. After his parents' execution, Jamadi Pira sought revenge against King Luchi Manzek and his two First Sentinels, Ori and Koi Nagasai. He joined Koi's following with the aim of obtaining intelligence and access. Before long, he had gained Koi's trust by using his knowledge of magic to devise ways for Koi to perform miracles. So he was the one who gave him the idea for how to use the forklift. From there, he bided his time and used his proximity to Koi to uncover more useful information. After Koi gave Jamadi access to the waterfall, Jamadi spotted the cave behind it. Seeing an opportunity, he formulated his plan. To the airfield, Anya. Goodbye, Lemuria. I'll never forget you. Meanwhile, in Albion, look what I found over there, Oriel. The golden idol. Uh-huh. Now turn it over. What? Why? Oh. A packet of peanuts, please, barkeep. Look at Tessa and Oriel, so young. So this particular golden idol, you know, the thing in the title of the game, was a total fake. Very cute. And Tessa remains the naive and gullible one. Always. Oh, what a good DLC. I mean, it's Golden Idol. They're always good. This one, I was a little doubtful at first because the first scenario was quite easy. I solved it in like 25 minutes, which is quick for one of these episodes, you know. And I don't know what about it. There's something about the way the scenarios are spelled out to you so clearly at the end that is kind of uncharacteristic of the way the scenarios have ended in a lot of the rest of the series. Like, this really spells out everything for you. We are finished. Do not disturb me until I tell you I am ready. Telling you exactly what he said over the loudspeaker. It almost feels a little hand-holdy. But then, afterwards, I got some of the most satisfying solves in, like, the history of my experience with this series. Like, I mean, Eternity's End, it was satisfying because I had struggled so much with it, but Ascension, that was really, really clever. I loved that one. Revelation, oh my god, it was like that dance puzzle from the main game, but they just made it a whole fleshed out scenario. I loved it so much. So, I don't know. I've never made like a ranking of the Golden Idol games and all its scenarios and DLCs, but this one honestly might be up at the top. And the funny thing about it is that there's very little Golden Idol in it. The only idol that shows up was a fake. There was no weird Lemurian science behind the scenes. It was just people scheming and being terrible. So, yeah. I can't wait for the next DLC. I think it's coming out pretty soon. I think both this and the next one are Q2. I don't know how long quarters last in the video game world, but it should be soon, the next one. So, I am of course looking forward to it. Until then, though, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more The Rise of the Golden Idol.